In this video, I'm going to go over the parts of a sheep's brain. So this is sheep's brain. So the largest and most conspicuous part of the brain is called the cerebrum. So this is the cerebrum. The cerebrum is divided into two hemispheres. So we have the left hemisphere and the right hemisphere. So this is like a superior view that we're looking at. Left hemisphere, right hemisphere. It is divided by this deep depression called the longitudinal fissure. So the longitudinal fissure divides the cerebrum into the left hemisphere and the right hemisphere. All these little twists and turns of the cerebrum, those are called the gyri, and the depressions between the gyri are called the sulci. So gyri is plural, gyrus is singular, and then the sulcus is singular, sulci is plural. And we can't really see the central sulcus here. Central sulcus is a little bit deeper sulcus that separates the frontal lobe from the parietal lobe. Looks like it might be in this area, but it's hard to tell. So this would be the frontal lobe. These would be the parietal lobes. This is the temporal lobe. This is the occipital lobe back here. So this is, and we cannot see the insula. So the insula would be a deeper lobe. We'd have to go cut between the frontal, the parietal, and the temporal, pull those apart to see the insular lobe, so we do not see that. Then we have back here, this is the cerebellum. The cerebellum is the second largest portion of the brain, so it's a little bit posterior and inferior. So this is the cerebellum. And then you have the brainstem, and that's it for the brain, and then we're going into the spinal cord here. So this is part of the brainstem. So now I'm going to turn it over, and we're going to look at the inferior part of the brain. So you can see these structures here. These are the olfactory bulbs, cranial nerve. So olfactory bulbs are the beginning portion of cranial nerve number 1, the olfactory nerve. The olfactory bulb, the sensory fibers would hang down into the roof of the nasal cavity. Then we have the olfactory tract. So this is the olfactory tract of cranial nerve number 1. Now this is cut and it's pretty damaged, so you can't really see it very well, but this would be where the optic nerve, cranial nerve number 2, would be here, and the optic nerve would be continuous with the retina of the eyeballs, which have been removed. So the optic nerves have been cut here, but you can see where the optic nerves cross each other, and that is called the optic chiasm. And then you can see the optic tract, so optic chiasm. This would be the left optic nerve that's been damaged, been cut. We can't see the right optic nerve at all. It's been cut completely. Okay, now just inferior to where the optic chiasm is, now if the pituitary gland were connected, it would be right there. You can see sort of this little hole there. That's where the infundibulum would attach the pituitary gland to the hypothalamus. Now also under here, you can't really see it very well, but you have the mammillary bodies of the hypothalamus. So those would be right under, so optic chiasm, you have if the pituitary gland were connected, it would be connected here, and then the mammillary bodies. So they're like little protrusions just inferior to where the infundibulum is. Then these structures are the cerebral peduncles, and then we would go into the midbrain. Really, we're not going to be able to see the midbrain very well here. I'm going to show you something else in just a second where we can see it a little bit better. This sort of hump here, this first little hump, and we'll look at it in the sagittal section too, but this is the pons, this is the medulla oblongata, and then this is the spinal cord. So the midbrain, the pons, and the medulla are part of the brainstem. The diencephalon, we can see the mammillary bodies, which are part of the hypothalamus, and that is part of the diencephalon. That's all we can really see here. The brainstem is the midbrain, the pons, and the medulla oblongata. Okay, I already mentioned the cerebellum. This division here between the cerebrum and the cerebellum, This is the transverse fissure, So if we come and we pull this apart a little bit, okay, so you can see, if we look very closely in here, you can see the pineal gland. This is the pineal gland, which is part of the diencephalon. It's also called the epithalamus, but that is the pineal gland, and we'll look at it in a sagittal section as well. This here is the superior colliculus. I tell my students it looks like somebody's mooning you. You can see a little butt crack there. And then this is the inferior colliculus. The superior colliculus and the inferior colliculus are part of the midbrain. Okay, and I'm not going over what these structures do. That's more for a longer lecture. This is just a quick anatomy guide. Okay, so we're going to put this back together, and then I'm going to show you on a sagittal section. I'm going to show you some other structures that you need to know.